Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on KREM News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin today by talking about the weather. A little bit of a rainy, cool start to the morning for sure. Jenny Power is standing by in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jenny, what do you know?
Yeah, taking a look at this, Laura, here, it certainly doesn't really feel like the end of June. We are seeing some cooler conditions, mostly cloudy out here in the Outdoor Weather Center, and some scattered showers are moving up through the northern part here of Spokane County, as well as up and through parts of the North Idaho Panhandle. So yes, it is a little bit of a wet afternoon for those northern areas. We've even been seeing a few stray showers making their way into the Palouse. Current temperatures with a live look outside through Lake Coeur d'Alene, we right now are at about 57 degrees. Winds are light coming out of the south here, but that on top of the cooler temperatures here, I recommend a coat if you are headed out soon, maybe to run some errands or you're just headed out on your lunch hour. As far as other current temperatures go, I should say, mid to upper 50s through Sandpoint and Coeur d'Alene. We are warmer right now over in central Washington. They're seeing a bit of a different weather impact. Low to mid 70s currently for areas like Moses Lake, Wenatchee, and Othello. Now, moving forward through this afternoon, we do still have the chances of some isolated thunderstorms, although they are primarily impacting the mountains of northeast Washington and North Idaho here, shaded in green, but we could also see some of that activity through the central Idaho Panhandle. Temperatures this afternoon, we are looking to break into the low 70s for Spokane, but only seeing some mid to upper 60s through North Idaho. These temperatures are below our seasonal average, but when we could see temperatures climb, that's coming up in my extended forecast.
Jenny, thank you. Today, the Supreme Court closed out its term with two big issues. The first one, the court upheld birthright citizenship, striking down President Trump's executive order seeking to end birthright citizenship. In a 6-3 ruling, the justices found the order unlawful and violating the 14th Amendment, which states all persons born in the United States are citizens. And the other Supreme Court decision involving transgender athletes in women's and girls' sports. The High Court sided with states seeking to ensure what states are calling fair competition. Jared Hill has more.
The Supreme Court consolidated two cases involving transgender athletes from Idaho and West Virginia and ruled in favor of the states, upholding bans that prevent those students from participating in girls' and women's sports in public schools and universities. Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote the majority opinion, saying the question is whether Title IX permits schools to maintain women's and girls' sports for biological females. The answer is yes.
What they're looking at is their Equal Protection Clause case law that applies based on sex-based discrimination, and they're saying that these types of laws satisfy that level of scrutiny.
Kavanaugh's opinion acknowledged safety and fairness concerns from the states on behalf of women and girls, but he also wrote, no student athlete on either side of the issue, whether a biological female or transgender, deserves to be ostracized or vilified. Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote an opinion narrowly concurring with the majority on Title IX, but dissenting on equal protection. She wrote that unresolved factual questions prevent the court from assessing the merits of BPJ's equal protection claim at this time.
I think what they're doing is teeing up these future cases and trying to buttress some arguments on behalf of the trans community in other contexts.
Tuesday's ruling leaves in place laws and policies in 29 states in what has become a cultural flashpoint. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And we are getting reaction from Idaho Governor Brad Little. In a statement, he said in part, quote, Idaho was the very first state to ban men from participating in women's sports with the passage of the Fairness in Women's Sports Act. We are leading the nation in supporting generations of women and men who fought hard to uphold Title IX protections and keep girls and women safe. We'll certainly have team coverage coming up later tonight on these issues on KREM 2 News. We do have some more information about a shooting in North Spokane from yesterday morning. Several shots were fired and one bullet stopped just a few feet short of a woman's bedroom. So this happened just west of Division near Garland Avenue. Michelle Bull says she saw someone shoot at three teenagers running down the street right in front of her home. One of those bullets ended up hitting her home. And in fact, it went through the side of the house, through the living room, into a container, this one right here, a trail mix, through the wall, into the shower, and then finally stopped in a stud within the bathroom wall.
The shot was about 3 feet from me, And as Grace was up next to me, it was even closer to her.
Spokane police are still investigating that shooting. And over in Western Washington, a missing Arizona girl is getting treatment and victim services. Federal agents say they found her at a homeless camp in Olympia. Authorities say she was being trafficked. The encampment she was found in is known as the Jungle. It is along Martin Way near North Thurston High School. U.S. Marshals received information from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that the missing girl was potentially a sex trafficking victim in Washington state. And the man charged in the deadly stabbing of a University of Washington student will receive mental health treatment before his case moves forward. A judge ordered Christopher Leahy to Western State Hospital after questions were raised about whether or not he was competent to stand trial. He is charged with murder in the death of 19-year-old Juniper Blessing, who was found stabbed inside the laundry room of her off-campus apartment building last month. The next hearing is scheduled for September 24th, when a judge will review whether he is competent indeed to stand trial.